Do you want to go grab something to drink? Do you need anything? Do you need a second?
Do we have a second?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because oh my god, a cup of coffee would be fabulous.
Do your
All
thing.
right.
Go get your
Go
coffee.
for it.
We got it. Grabbing my cup. Here we go. Singing a little song while the coffee
Now-
is.
I love it. I love it.
So how
Turn
do
your
you
day into a musical.
how do you take your coffee?
White and sweet, like my women.
Nice. Nice.
I should have said white and sweet, like my cat.
Oh, okay.
Aw,
This is Sweet Pea.
Sweet pea. Nice.
Sweet pea is small.
Sweet pea is small.
She's a kitten.
Okay.
I love that her facial markings make it look like she's like doing a aw.
She looks like Grumpy Cat. Remember
She
Grumpy
a little
Cat?
bit, yeah.
It does, yeah.
Yeah,
She-
Oh, that's awesome.
But she does look happy.
she is. She's happy. She's got that chaotic kitten energy right now.
Nice. So we'll give her
I
some
love
sugar.
dogs. I actually, wanted a dog, prior to having cats, but the cats just kind of like, because I was fostering animals
Oh,
and
okay.
Okay,
the
yeah.
cats just kind of stuck, because they were
Right,
little
right.
babies. I was like, oh, okay. And then the next thing I know, I had a cat for 16 years. I was like, he happens to be my best friend.
I guess
That's
I have
awesome.
a cat. Yeah.
So, yeah. And then he
Nice.
passed away a couple months
Aw.
ago, and we got Sweet Pea to kind of soothe the pain a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a circle of life.
Circle of life. Yes, that is true.
Circle of life.
We get new kittens.
Circle of life. Do you have
It's a leap of faith.
to pay publishing if I sing something from The Lion King?
We're gonna have to cut that out.
Yeah, we'll be cutting that
That's-
out.
Yeah.
It's a circle of life. That sounds more like a messed up 80s coffee commercial than anything.
Oh,
yeah.
it does. Yes, that
yeah.
that gravelly
Huh.
the gravelly voice.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the ice cream cake guy voice.
Yeah. Totally.
I forgot about that.
Cookie bus.
Yeah.
Circle.
It's a circle of life. Folgers.
Welcome everybody. We're taking in 7 questions.
Yes. Welcome.
Our guest today, we have Mo from Save Ferris. If you do not know who Save Ferris is,
You freaking should.
yeah, you should know.
Like, come on.
SoCal ska punk band. Probably one of the in a very small group of the most memorable bands that came out of the 90s ska resurgence
Yeah.
that happened. You've definitely heard "Come On Eileen," which was their breakout. You've definitely heard "I Know" from 10 Things I Hate About You.
You have to. Yeah.
You've heard plenty of their music on television, but they got new music coming out. They've got tours coming out. We've got spring dates from Cali to Florida, so jump online and check that out. We've got a UK European tour coming in the summer, and we got Mo here,
Hey.
fabulous singer, giving us a Folgers on our way in.
Yes.
How y'all doing?
Welcome to Bacon is My Podcast presents What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions. How are you doing today?
Amazing to be here. Thanks, guys. Thanks for making me smile today. I appreciate you.
That is the that's the gig. You know what I mean? Like that's we're all in this biz that they call show.
I love how you use that. It's like, yeah.
And the job is to make people have a good time, bring some smiles on. So what we have done for this show is we have distilled and carefully plucked out of a group of questions that we have come up with, the 7 that will allow you to be fully known and understood by the audience. So we will go spelunking into the cockles of your heart. We will
Mining,
mining.
if you will.
Yes.
Two of my
Minding
favorite
the
words.
nooks and crannies.
Yes. Into the nooks and crannies of your muffin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what? You wouldn't be the first pair of gentlemen to spelunk into my muffin today.
There we go.
We're
Today.
Nice. Well, we're going to try our best
Sweet.
to be the most memorable
Yes.
today.
Today. At least.
Realistic goals.
You know, if you
Oh my
aim low, you rarely miss.
Yes. So you were having your coffee today. We were talking a little bit how you like your coffee, like light and sweet, like your cats and your ladies,
Like my kitties.
like your kitties. How are you today? How are you this morning? What's going on?
All right. Well, it's Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
And we have a big hometown show tomorrow that I put a lot of work into because A, it's our annual hometown show, and B, it's the post Valentine's Day show.
Right.
And so we have a bunch of like guest performers coming out and friends from other bands coming out to play and stuff. And so I've just been kind of learning new songs and trying to memorize lyrics, but it's a good day so far.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I know this is going to come out after that show, but
Right.
But either way, I'm super excited that you're doing it because that just sounds awesome. And you have members of one of my all-time like top 3 favorite bands of all time, which is Social Distortion, which is one of my absolute favorite bands. Going to be on stage with you, which is super cool.
Johnny,
that's so awesome.
It's got to be really.
We're doing one of Johnny Two Bags' original songs.
Really?
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's so pretty and just everything. I just love this song, and I don't know.
I can imagine how like daunting it could be. Like if you look at the list of people that are going to appear, and if they're not all on stage at the same time, I can imagine how daunting it would be to, like, for production, for getting the set list ready and getting the in and out of stage and equipment and all that kind of stuff. Like, I can imagine what you're probably going through because getting just a 4-piece band up on stage is a big enough pain in the ass.
Yeah, I say I herd kittens for a living.
Yes.
I'm a kitten herder. It is. It's just kind of about intuiting everybody's needs and wants and sort of seeing a little bit into the future. So, what do you need in this moment? How many guests do you need on the guest list? How many parking spots are you going to need?
Right.
Do you need to come to sound check? Do you want a chair for when you're playing? It's a lot of little details like that. But for me, I think I like caring for people, and so it makes me kind of a little better at what I do because I want to make sure everybody's comfortable and happy, and with that being the biggest concern for me, to make sure all the musicians are okay, it makes me feel good to be able to be there for everybody and make sure everybody's all right.
That's so awesome.
Do you have that moment? Like, I know that when I've organized things and tried to, like, we've done little things where local shows will bring people on stage, or we'll set up. I tried to set up things where we have different players from different bands coming up and playing with us, even on like a small local level, just to make it kind of fun for the audience and a different thing. So the pain and the frustration of trying to get everything done at once is there. And I know that, like, I usually, once everything's done, I'll take like that couple of seconds right before the show, and I'll just kind of sit there for a minute. I'll be like, all right, let me for a second be cool with that. All this is going to happen. And then I'm not going to worry about how it goes, and I'm not going to worry about how it's going to happen. But just that moment of like, all right, everything's done. Everyone's here. This is going to happen.
Yes. And it's also, so for me, in those moments before the show, I let go of any expectation and just say, whatever's going to happen is going to happen at this point. I've done the best I can do to set things up. But whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Humans, we're infallible. We make mistakes. And my role as a front person is to turn these moments of unpredictability into something fun and interesting, so that people have a feeling like when they're at a live show, like I was at the show when Monique fell on her face.
Right.
That one, like in, 2022 in Seattle. No, everybody gets to sort of have that moment that was in that show, in the audience of that show, and they get to say, I was there when that happened. And so for me, it's those moments of like spontaneous unpredictability that I've turned into something kind of fun,
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's where the joy is.
Yeah.
I
Making
think
cool moments out of what maybe at the time you're like, oh, this is a disaster, but it creates the charm of being at a live show. It's why people should attend live shows and go see live music, because
that's exactly
you may miss the moment.
every live show is a one-time event.
Yep.
I agree. And there's something to be said about a club show. Festivals are very, in a lot of cases, very big stages, very, choreographed everything.
Right.
And a lot of people play to track, and there's nothing wrong with that. But having a live band experience and a live performance experience is like unlike anything else. You get to have that moment. It's yours, and no one else. And the people who didn't attend that night don't get that moment. They get their own moment if they come to another show, but that's what we all share.
That's my favorite part of live shows. That's my favorite part of it. I think front people in general, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a lost art, but I think sometimes, especially some that I've spoken to and some that I've seen, is they forget that the job is not just to go up and sing great, look great, and do your songs. Like the job is your songs are already out there. They're not for you once you're on stage. They're for the audience. Everything is about the audience having a moment and creating moments with that audience, and whatever that becomes, it's your own special little thing with that crowd who came to see you, or maybe they didn't and they're enjoying you now. You know what I mean? Like I think
totally
that's
get it.
forgotten.
Yeah, you get it because you're musicians. You totally understand. And like I made a decision a long time ago that I wasn't just a singer, I was an entertainer.
Yes.
And my role for me, and this is not every musician's, some musicians are just musicians, and that's totally okay, because you've studied and learned your trade, and you are an artist, and I respect and love that. My role as an artist is as an entertainer. And so I just, like I said, I just enjoy entertaining. I like to entertain.
Yeah.
And I like the other thing I always say about a live performance is that for that period of time, if you're at the right show, you get to forget about all your other problems.
Everything. Yep.
For that period of time, you're in this moment, enjoying something beautiful. And so, yeah, I want people to feel great about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have I'm a vocal instructor, and I have students that are it's like a school of rock, so they put together bands and they do shows and all that. And one of the things that I make sure and try and go over with every single singer that I work with is I'm always like, you got to remember that, like, you get to get on stage, and you get to let people know that it's okay for them to have a good time right now. Because everybody in the audience is nervous about making noise, and nervous about being the first one to move, and nervous about doing this or being seen or doing that or whatever. You get to be the one that goes, hey guys, it's okay. Have fun with me. We're going to do this together. You're allowed. Let's do it. You know, and I think that's something that I think is super important, because sometimes that person that comes that that doesn't know that they can forget about stuff for a minute. They don't know how to let go at the moment. You have that one moment with, it doesn't have to be the front person. Any member of a band can do it, but that one moment where they lock eyes with somebody and you have that second where you kind of affirm to them that, like, have fun. We're doing this. Let's go. And they let go for a minute. They go, I just had that moment, and it becomes an exciting thing. And then everybody gets to share it, and it becomes a much cooler show, you know?
Oh yeah. I play this little game, which I talk about sometimes, where regardless of how big or small the show is, I try and have connect and have eye contact with every single member of the audience while I'm playing. You know, and it keeps things fresh for me, because playing the same songs over and over night after night can get a little bit tedious at times. And so for me to sort of connect with each person in the audience, or at least try, even if it's a giant festival,
Sure,
to get that connection with them and to have that moment makes it really special for me. And I feel like it makes it special for them, because I love music and I go to shows, and I love going to shows, and I understand what it's like to be a member of an audience too. So it's important never to forget. Like, and you totally nailed it. You totally nailed it in what you tell your students, you know, it's so true.
Yeah. You got to put on the kind of show you want to see.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
People go to see a show. They don't go to listen to one.
Exactly.
Such a good point.
Yeah. I think that's huge for people to realize too. Like you said, with like even the track stuff. I do some stuff with tracks with one of my other bands, but like, but it's important to create that other experience, you know, because they could just as easily pop on Spotify or YouTube or Apple Music and just listen. But you got to get on stage and create that. Create that reason.
I love the eye contact thing with each member. I think that's so important. I think that's so cool too. It's you know,
it is. It's I've been doing it for years and years, and I don't know. I feel like this is like a job that makes me feel like I have purpose in this world, and so I just want to do it right, do it well. And the other thing I was going to say is, like, regardless of whether or not you're playing a track, like, you're still a live human being up there.
Yes.
You know, and you can create these amazing moments for people. And I don't know, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like, you know, like when I make my 40-pound brisket from my Hanukkah party every year and people are eating it and they're like, this is delicious. That's exactly what it feels like for me. When people are at a show and they're like having a good time, it's like, oh, you like my brisket? Yay.
I want to know more about this brisket.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I think we have to talk brisket too.
We might talk food.
We can, because I know a lot about brisket.
Nice. Well, let's get into a bunch of different things, because we didn't even get into our 7 questions, which I want to do now. Now that we've talked a little music, and we've gotten familiarized, let's kind of get into this. Do you want to start this week, or would you like me to start this week?
You know what?
How do you feel about this?
So Mo, we actually for the first time switched. For like the past 4 years, he's gone odds, I've gone even numbers.
Right.
And last week he was like, "You start," and I was like, "Whoa."
I'm a wrench thrower.
So Monique, what do you think? Who should start? Who should start this little shindig here?
I think you should.
Okay.
I think you should go for it. I think why the heck not?
I
like it.
Odds again. Here we go.
All right.
Mo, question number 1. How many pillows is too many?
I say if it takes up more than 25% of the bed space, then you have a problem.
Okay.
That's good. We're taking bed size into account.
I like that.
And that makes sense. Nobody's done that yet.
No. Fractions.
Yeah.
We don't get a lot of people good with fractions on this show, so
it's mostly us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if 1/4 of the bed.
Yeah.
You just made it more of a fraction.
Of the bed, put all the pillows you want, but if it goes beyond 1/4,
Too many.
messed up. Too many.
Now-
Too many.
Now, is there like a height requirement
Yeah, you can stack 'em.
or maximum?
Well, the big ones go in the back.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So the ones you actually sleep on are hidden for the most part.
Okay.
Sure.
'Cause
So
those
you're
are
in,
the 8
so you're
pillows.
4 decorative pillows.
I'm for decorative,
Hmm.
but I'm not for so many decorative that it's annoying.
Right. When it becomes a job every evening
Yeah.
or morning when you make your bed, it's not
Yeah.
worth it.
Because I
Okay.
like looking at pretty things. I like
Yeah.
looking at things that are pretty. And so when my bed is made and I have some pretty pillows on there, it makes me go, today's going to be a good day.
Nice.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Question number 2. What is your perfect pizza order?
I like to order what my boyfriend calls model pizza, which is
Okay.
very thin crust. He calls it model pizza, which I find hilarious because he thinks that's what models eat because
Okay.
it's so small.
Right. So like the cracker
Okay.
crust, right?
Basically, thin crust. And I'm not fancy. I like make mushrooms and pepperoni or something like that.
Mushrooms and pepperoni's good. That's a good mix. I know you're not a mushroom.
I'm not a mushroom guy, but keeping it simple is definitely a big thing around
Simple
here.
is a good move.
A lot of people kind of are like, hey, this is going to sound boring, but a little sauce, a little cheese, and it's like, no. If you could put the kitchen sink on it, if it isn't good on the basics, it's not worth eating.
Yeah,
It's true. But also I'm like I'm not a fancy eater, but I don't I like fancy food and everything, but when it comes to eating on a daily basis, I'm just sort of like, just put something in.
Sustenance.
right.
Yeah.
I'd like some
whatever.
of that 40-pound brisket on a pizza.
Yes.
Woo!
I wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't be upset.
on a model pizza crust.
on the model crust.
Could it even
on a
hold it?
saltine?
Yeah. Salty.
Would
On a
it
matzo?
even
Yeah.
would the structural integrity even be able to handle it?
Right.
That's
No,
a
it would not.
whole other thing. Whole other thing.
They have to
Don't
shred
forget,
a lot.
40-pound brisket cooks down to about 10 pounds.
Right.
Sure, that makes sense. That
So
also makes sense.
anyone who's experienced brisket knows they go
They
from
can be-
that to
Make
Yeah.
me really hungry for barbecue.
I'm question number 3.
Yeah,
I saw
you are.
you getting ready.
I was looking to see what it
Woo!
was
Oh,
Here
okay.
we go.
because
All
I
right.
put these randomly in order. So
Yeah,
don't know
I
what's
noticed
what.
that. I noticed that. All right, question number 3. Which color has the worst personality?
Puce.
Pew.
Puce. I'm trying to picture puce. Is that like a pinky green?
Pinky green.
What's puce?
Go ahead, Google it. Google puce.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna Google P-U-S-E?
P-E-U-C-E.
P-E-U-C-E. Yeah.
Puce.
I remember seeing it on a crayon once, but I don't remember what the color was.
Color. P-U-C-E. Here we go. Yeah, it's
Let me see.
it's like a dull pink.
It is a dull pink.
It's
Yeah.
you're not gonna be able.
Right?
There you go.
You
It
know,
has like the worst name. It
Yeah.
gets a bad rap. It's a totally decent color,
Mm-hmm.
but it's P-U-C-E. I didn't know that. I thought it was
Yeah.
P-U-C-E. P-U-C-E, puce.
So
Yeah, so
says
it's got-
the
It's
interwebs.
got PU
So says
right
the
in the beginning of
interwebs.
it.
Yeah. I
All
mean,
right.
it's on the internet. It's got to be true.
That's true. That's how I gauge
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 4. True or false question this time. Cereal is a soup.
False.
You seem angry.
Wow. For those of you who didn't get to see because you're listening, go to strangerhoodtv.com right now.
Yeah.
Get to this point in the episode
She made
and
such
see
a
the
face.
just
I
the
know.
look
It
of
was
disgust.
It was disdain.
Soup
in
is
that.
hot.
Gazpacho is
Gazpacho.
not.
Gazpacho's not soup.
Gazpacho's not soup?
No, it's a cold drink that you drink with a spoon.
Okay.
All right.
Understood.
I'll accept it.
It's like
I mean-
borscht too. Borscht is not soup. I mean, I know
Borscht.
you can eat borscht cold or hot,
Right.
Yeah.
Cold borscht is not soup. It's like just a drink you drink with a spoon
Right.
out of
Okay.
a bowl.
Okay.
All right.
So my kids sometimes they'll drink hot cocoa with a spoon. Does that make it soup?
At that point, yes, it makes it soup.
If there's marshmallows in it,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's marshmallow soup. That's what that is.
That's hot chocolate soup.
Yeah.
If you eat it with a spoon in a bowl and it's hot
Okay.
chocolate soup.
Okay. The
You're
cereal is
not
not.
You're not gonna throw the wheat based.
I was gonna say, like cream-based broth, wheat or rice-based noodle. Technically.
I mean, but that's a great question because it's in a bowl, but it's cold.
I mean, I like your allegiance to in order for it to be hot soup, it has to be hot.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people would argue this, despite borscht and gazpacho being cold and trash, they are soup.
Yeah. It's totally disgusting.
That's true.
Anyone who calls it soup should be arrested.
All right.
I'm with you.
That's a good one.
I'm with you on it.
All right.
Okay. Question number 5. What is something you're a snob about?
Wet wipes.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I always need to have wet wipes.
Okay.
A specific brand or
I mean, I think every bathroom should have them. So I'm a little snobbish about that.
I
Every
agree with
toilet
that,
should
though.
have them.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's
Every
I could
toilet
get on
should
board
have
with that.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if like fragrance free
Although don't flush
or
them, audience. Don't flush them.
no, don't flush them. They make the flushable ones.
Don't
Yeah,
slow down.
flushable ones. Flushable.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how I feel about the non-flushable ones because I feel like they just kind of give the flushable ones a bad rap.
That's
So
true.
Mm-hmm.
the non-flushables can just, be their own thing. But
Just be a baby wipe.
flushable wet wipes. Flushable wet wipes. Always in every bathroom. I'm a little snobbish about that. I think that they should be.
I like that. I
can
could get
down
behind
with
that.
I can get down with that.
So is there a brand? Like, is there the brand to go with though? No. Just any kind.
I have like even little packages. They're called butt wipes.
Yeah, butt wipes. I've seen those.
And I have them in my purse when I travel. Dry is like ugh.
Yeah.
We had we worked with Manscaped for a while, like every podcast on Earth does. And we got from them they call them crop mops.
What do they call them?
Crop mops.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, which is a fantastic.
And we would do appearances.
Whoever's
and
their
give
marketing
them,
department, they got good names for things.
We would give them to literally everybody.
Yeah.
Like if we went to a show or something, we'd give the bands like a package
Like,
from them
you
and
need
stuff.
these.
You need these now.
You want this.
It's funny that you say that because I think some years ago I did a podcast in Vegas and we walked away with a bunch of Manscaped stuff.
Nice.
Like another podcast. So, ooh, wet wipes.
Yeah.
But
Flushable.
fun tip, not flushable.
Not flushable. Nope.
Oh,
Not flushable.
okay. Not
Smell
flushable.
lovely, but not flushable.
Smell lovely, not flushable.
Not flushable.
Yes.
So they're in their own category.
Use
Yes.
and can
They
it.
live over here.
Agreed.
All right. Question number 6.
This is a new one.
Yeah, it's not a new one. It's just one that we haven't used it in a while.
Yeah.
Long time. It's reworded
Yes.
because I read it and I was like, I wrote that stupid with my stupid face last time.
Yeah,
And this
you did.
time I made it better. What is your most regrettable hair or fashion choice? I know I have many.
Oh my God.
I
Like
have many.
everything I did in the 90s.
I don't know.
And
You had some. I like animal prints. And you had
I
some good
like animal print. I think
Yeah.
leopard is a color.
I
don't
see.
think-
Leopard is a color. I agree.
I agree.
So there was a leopard phase in the 90s, which I think is fantastic. I think that should come back.
Yeah.
Leopard.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. Sounds hilarious though. Sounds great.
Fantastic.
Love it.
Yeah. I like that.
I had the angular haircut.
Yeah.
I had the John and Kate +8 haircut. It was like short and spiky in the back, and then like long in the front. That
God.
emo thing. I remember I had long hair and I donated it. And when I donated it, I was like, just make it still rock and roll, like I still got to have something going on. And he was like, yeah, no, I know what to do. And then I looked and I was like, oh no.
You had the Kate Goslin, I'd like to speak with your manager hair.
I did. I totally did.
You did.
I totally
absolutely did.
yeah, he remembers it. I did.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in elementary school toward the tail end of it. No pun intended. I had a rat tail.
Oh, the rat tail.
Yeah.
I had the rat tail, and it's funny because like I'll look back on it. It was like, yeah, it wasn't that bad. And then I was watching a show with my kids. There's a cartoon on Disney Plus called Big City Greens. It's hilarious. It's like one of those shows where adults can appreciate it, but kids also like it too.
Right.
And one of the characters had a rat tail. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, I was wrong. This is bad. This is very bad.
I watch Matty Matheson on YouTube. He's a YouTube chef.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Big dude, full of tattoos, just screams all the time. Fantastic.
He's in The Bear.
He has he's in The Bear. He's in
Oh,
The Bear.
I love him.
Yes. He's got an incredible rat tail.
He does.
He does.
It's pretty.
He's a real chef.
He's a real chef. Yeah, his YouTube channel is hilarious. He's got like 3 cookbooks out, but
one of them you got for me.
Yeah,
actually. Yeah.
He just does like he'll start doing stuff. He's like, how much are we going to put in? You don't care. This is for clicks. We're online. I cook better than you because you suck at this. You're going to do this and it's not going to come out as good as mine, but you can see what it could be.
Oh God, I love him.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm gonna start watching that for sure.
Definitely check it out. There's like Cooking Something and there's Just a Dash. His 2 shows on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
that I just watch all the time because it's so funny. And his cookbooks are good too. I've followed a couple recipes.
We are up to 7.
We're at our 7th question of What's Your Bacon? It's 7 questions.
Now we've had a lot of fun so far, but this is where the rubber meets the road.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So this is where we want you to look within yourself. We want you to look within yourself, dig deep, and answer question number 7
Goose Fraba.
as honestly and passionately as you possibly can. Question number 7 is, how do you feel about garden gnomes?
I really love them.
Do you?
They bring me so much joy.
Do you have garden gnomes?
No, I do. I have one.
Nice.
Okay.
I do. Now that I think about it, I have one, and he's very small. And he's sort of hidden. But I think the more garden gnomes, the better. They're so fun, and they bring me a lot of joy.
Is there a limit that would cause concern when in the more the better? Like if you're approaching a house, if someone's like, hey, come in, and you go there, is there a certain amount of gnomes where you'd be like, I'm good, we could talk on the porch, we can front porch it?
Well, chances are the more garden gnomes you have, the more likely you are a hoarder.
Right.
That's right.
That is also another.
Gnomes, the more likely you are to walk into the house and be like, nice newspaper collection.
See,
how many clocks does one need?
For me, the more gnomes you have, the more likely you are to be a hoarder of souls. And and each one represents a body buried on the property.
It's a Gacy house.
Well, how do you feel about flamingos, pink flamingos on the lawn? Like
those are fantastic and underrated.
I love flamingos. Give me a gnome riding a flamingo.
Oh wow.
Joy. Pure joy.
All day.
Gnome riding a flamingo, pure joy.
See, we're in New York
now.
I think so too.
We're in New York, so we don't have that many like flamingo
not
things like. But I think
I can show you some gnome houses though around.
Yeah, hell yeah.
There's definitely.
But I think
someone's got an armada.
I gotta do some flamingos. maybe.
I think this summer I might do flamingos.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
I think you should. I think
I
the
think so,
I
too.
think the whole flamingo thing is. I don't know. I like people with personality in their lawns. I don't have a lot of personality in my lawn. I don't know why.
Me neither. Unless it's Christmas or
We
Halloween.
also encourage all of our friends and all of our guests on the show that are in touring bands to start a game of gnoming with different band members or opening bands or things like that, where you hide little gnomes in their things that just kind of show up because they creep some people out. So like if the drummer goes to sit down and there's like a little gnome on his kick pedal, he's like, what the hell is this? Why is this here?
Cute.
And then
We
like
do that with
it's in a
tiny
gear
hands.
bag later. Uh-huh.
We do that with tiny hands.
Oh, nice.
Hands,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
bunches of them. And every once in a while, I'll just show up with a tiny hand in my shirt and be like, "You gonna eat that?" Just this tiny little hand. Or I'll just, for my boyfriend, I'll leave a little tiny hand sticking out of the top of the duvet cover on the comforter on the bed. So it's just like
Right.
one hand. He's like, "Huh?" I'm like, I just want to say hi.
What is that?
Just
Just
tiny
want to
hand.
say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
a way.
like that. I think
smallest
finding tiny hands over and over in like the same spot of your like pedal board is
Yeah.
probably worse than a gnome in the same place every night
That's true.
on your pedal board.
That's a good one. I like that. I like the tiny hands.
yeah,
Yeah.
tiny hands. You can buy them in bulk on Amazon.
You can buy little gnomes in bulk too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even
done
not so little
done
gnomes too.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can buy giant gnomes too.
you can.
Yes, I like all of that. I like all of little things. I like little things.
Shenanigans.
I like whimsy.
things.
Little shenanigans.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to start calling them.
Just my little shenanigans.
Exactly. And I like that she has a watcher.
Yeah.
An inconspicuous watcher.
Yes. One gnome just hidden somewhere.
I know somebody recently on the show was kind of like, I feel bad when I see somebody that has only one gnome. I feel bad for the gnome because usually you'd think like, well, community and stuff, and
And
I
they get
don't know,
lonely.
there's something to like that hey man, I trust you.
Right.
Watch this.
He's like one little gnome with a little gold hat.
Oh, a gold
A
hat
little
too.
gold hat.
He's a bougie gnome.
He's a little bouge.
A little bougie gnome.
I like
Little
that.
bouge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm
Like
a
it.
classy gnome.
High class.
Mm-hmm.
Only
Into
high
it.
class gnomes in this house.
Yeah,
Like that.
little. And he's a watcher. He's watching the house.
I like that.
Yeah.
So the point of all these questions was to kind of get to know you a little bit more, and I mean, really to get to our main question here, which is the whole show. We like to look at bacon as a thing that kind of makes everything that you add it to better, right? Anytime it's on something, that thing becomes a little bit cooler. It's a little bit more delicious. It's a little bit. So often there's that thing in your life for a lot of people that aren't musicians. Music is definitely that thing that's their escape and their thing that kind of like makes everything better. That's where they feel seen. That's where they can go rage. That's where they can go cry. That's their thing that they can commune with their friends. For some people, it's like books, reading, comics, movies, anything like that. Just the things that like that your little thing where you're just like, this is my thing and I love this and this is what brings me joy. So Mo, what would you say? What is your bacon?
Well, right off the top of my head, pom-poms, I call them dingle balls.
Oh,
Yeah, I have one right here. Actually, my cat plays with it.
nice.
It's made out of fabric, and they're like bright colors. And I love gluing them on things.
Nice.
So I like glue one on a magnet. So I'll have a dingle ball magnet. And they're
That's
all, I
awesome.
have like a hat with them all over them. Like, they just make me really happy.
I'm assuming you could buy those in bulk on Amazon as well.
You can just don't Google dingle balls. Just Google pom poms.
No, definitely do Google Dingle balls. Definitely Google Dingle balls.
Yeah.
Google Dingle balls. Google Dingle ball sizes. Google what are the best Dingle balls for me? Google Google
I
all
have a
these.
whole I have a whole collection of them too. Big ones, small ones with like sparkles. Yeah.
So what do you just have them randomly places throughout the house as decoration, or you take them out like therapy balls and you mess around with them, or you have your catch it like what's
I just love making things with them. I'll like glue them on a gift for someone, and like instead of a bow, I'll put a dingle ball on top of there.
mm,
A glue gun, glue it on top of there, or like I love them on keychains. They're like on keychains, and then you can string them together and make a whatchamacallit out of them. Put around your Christmas tree.
Garland.
garland?
garland.
Yeah,
There
yes,
you
yes.
go. Garland. Yeah, you can do lots of things with them. You can buy them in strips, and
Mhm.
like I sewed them on the bottoms of my bedroom curtains, just little white ones, little tiny white ones.
It'll make your curtains hang flatter. Put a little
Yeah.
weight on the bottom of them.
That's true. Put a little weight.
like
I love
that.
dingle balls, and I love fringe, like anything with fringe too.
Are you like a jackets with fringe?
I've definitely had those, but yeah, like any clothes with fringe hanging from it, or
Right.
I have fringe curtains right here. You may be able to see. You can see right there.
Okay.
Okay, nice. I like that. I like the hats with the brim with little fringes.
With the little fringe. Sometimes they have the little dingle balls as well.
Sometimes the dingle ball.
They do have the dingle balls too. So
I like those.
there you go. 2 hats that can spark joy.
I do like those. I like
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. All right, so are we to assume that you're sort of crafty?
I'm crafty. I am. That's the thing that kind of like that I like to do when I have downtime. I make things and I recreate things. I give things new life, and
Nice.
yeah, I really enjoy doing that a lot. I've been doing that for years, and I'm just my house is just in complete disarray because I'm converting my garage right now to a craft space.
Cool. Nice.
And
That's
office.
awesome.
Yeah.
What other kinds of crafts are you into? Like what's your main? Well, not even your main. Just what are some of the crafts you like to do that you kind of get into?
I make wreaths, like door wreaths for the holidays.
Nice.
But I also like, I took these old chairs, these old like metal folding chairs that my parents had, and I redid them so that they, I can send you a picture, but yeah. It gave them new color and
Personality.
Yeah, and redid the cushions, and they look really cool. So we have these like 6 cool folding chairs now.
Nice.
For when guests come over. That's nice.
That's awesome.
What else? Geez. Yeah, I don't know. I just like whatever feels right. Lots of stuff. I make lots of stuff for the house, and
Like decor kind of things.
yeah, decor stuff, and I try not to be too cheesy about it. Like not too many dingle balls, but I'll sneak them in there every once in a while.
Dingle balls are like pillows. It's got to be a ratio.
Chances are, or like garden gnomes, because chances
like
are more dingle balls in your house.
That's
More likely
very true.
A soul collector. Yeah.
Totally.
You are the sin eater.
I feel like with crafts, like I'm like okay at certain things, but I'm less of a finish person.
Mm-hmm.
This even the studio, like I could put the walls up,
right?
But ask me to spackle and paint. Good luck. Good freaking luck.
You just made a sparkly guitar.
I did make a sparkly guitar.
Yeah.
But
crafty.
All right.
You're a crafty dude.
Okay. Fine.
I would give you craft points.
Okay.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
used to be crafty when it came to like, I used to make jewelry for myself.
Ooh.
Because I could never find anything that looked the way I wanted it to look. Anytime I went to go like buy like a necklace or a bracelet or something like that, it was always like too much. There was just too extra on it. Like it never looked the way I wanted it to look. I'd always look at it and be like, if it had one less of these things or one more of these things, or why isn't it this way? So so I would go to arts and crafts stores and I would buy stuff and I would make myself jewelry. I made myself like back in the wallet chain days, I made myself a couple.
Wow.
Did
Oh.
a chainmail wallet chain.
I didn't know
Wow.
this about him.
Yeah, and I did some necklaces and bracelets and stuff, and then I just ended up with a bunch of random pieces of jewelry that I never put together. So it's
That's
just
what
boxes
happens.
of stuff.
It's I did some jewelry for a while. Like I like taking jewelry that I've worn before and then like turning it into something else sometimes. I think that's kind of fun.
Repurposing.
Gives
Yeah.
repurposing gives everything new life.
For sure.
I love that.
Oh.
I love that.
I wish I could send you photos in the chat.
Oh, you can't in the
Can I? I don't think I can.
private chat? I don't believe
No,
so.
I don't think.
Yeah, no, I can't.
It's all right. Well,
You send us some stuff
DM
anyway. 'Cause I
DM
wanna
us
see it.
on
I definitely
on
want to see it.
Instagram or
That's awesome.
something, and we'll put them up in the comments here.
That's super cool.
You don't need to do that, but I just
Well,
wanted to.
I want to see it. I want to look at it. I want to.
For sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
love that. Thanks, guys.
Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us today. We have learned a whole lot
Yeah.
about so many things, about your craftiness, about dingle balls.
About Dingle Balls.
Dingle balls,
Definitely Google search it. Tell them
Definitely.
Mo sent you.
Definitely.
pom
and
pom.
pom
Pom-poms.
poms in bulk.
Pom poms.
So before we head out here, I know that this is coming out after your post Valentine's Day show, and I'm sure it went swimmingly without a hitch, and it was awesome.
Yes.
Me too.
So beyond that, what
when-
things are going on with Save Ferris and you?
When
and
can
all
people
of the
here get
things?
dancing?
Yeah, Get Dancing, the next single.
Yeah. Brand new music.
It's a fun little ditty. And yeah, I'm just releasing a series of 7 inches with each single on them.
Oh, cool.
And then there's like a secret track on the B side. And yeah, so we'll probably be putting this out on vinyl soon. And we're going to be doing a video for it
Nice.
any day now. We don't have an exact release date, but that's coming.
Well, where can people keep up with you and be online and find all the things that you do so that they can know when it comes out?
So Instagram is always, a great place where we update regularly, and Save Ferris official band.
Nice. Instagram's our favorite right now too.
Yeah, it's the least abrasive.
It's the least abrasive.
It's the least abrasive.
Yes.
Right on.
It's where I can still log on and log off and not have gotten furious.
Yes.
I agree with you 100%. I actually, had to hire someone to do my social media for me because I just couldn't handle it anymore. Like I couldn't handle
Good for you.
any of it. It just made me depressed all the time.
I want to do that.
Bad.
Yeah.
I want to do that one day.
Yeah.
Just
Goals. Life goals.
Yeah. Believe me, it is an expense that's totally worth it.
I bet.
Yeah.
That's one place where, like, if you came to me and were like, I'm thinking about spending money here, it'd be like, yeah, I get it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Saturday.
I'll jump on,
Right,
but I'm usually saying something I shouldn't say or pissing off somebody I shouldn't piss off. So
Yeah.
just,
Us too. Hey.
yeah.
That's what happens. And you know what? If you're not, then you're not punk rock.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's
It's
what I-
true. It's
So,
true.
It's good. It
Some
lets
guy
you know
called me-
you're still alive.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. I don't know. I feel like people don't really want to hear what I have to say. They just want to know about the shows and stuff. So we keep it at that. We keep it simple and to the point. Show
Light.
Well, I will say that,
show bits of shows and stuff like that.
I will say that we enjoyed for the past hour hearing what you have to say and getting to know you. And I know that our listeners do too, because that's what they love about listening and tuning in. So everybody that's listening, go check out Save Ferris. Go follow. Get ready for Get Dancing. Stay in touch with all that kind of stuff. Definitely get some pom poms or dingle balls or whatever it is that you want to do. Pass them along to friends. And remember to ask yourselves every single day, for you guys listening, what is it that helps you have a better day? What is it that could be your topping side or main course that makes the main course of your life a little bit better every single moment? What is that thing?
Well, Monique, do you remember what that question was?
It's the important question.
What was the most? What
most
was
important
my bacon?
question.
What was
Yes,
that's right.
What's your bacon?
So everybody at home, remember to ask yourselves every day, what's your bacon?
my bacon? Yeah.